Exalted Bloodthirster ready to hunt up against Nakari and the Keeper of Secrets. I know it's hard to see, folks, but bear with me. It's a dark map, but we're going to get into it. Skarbrand the Exile versus Pigman. This domination game. A full chevron of Skullcrusher's Khorne. This is a very strange build that Skarbrand here brought. Minotaurs with great weapons, Chaos Warriors with halberds, and more Minotaurs but dual axe. That's his army. It's insane. Keeper of Secrets, Nakari decked out, bunch of Devoted Marauders, Mirror Guard. Most of them Hellscourgers though. Very interesting build from both players. One that really hard counters Slaanesh in this variation. I mean, the Skull Crushers, Exalted, Great Weapon Minotaurs. What's not to like? Ugh, and this is very strange. Princes of Perfection to reinforce. Got Marauder Horsemen throwing axes. And most of the value right now. Had Pigman not brought a Keeper and Nakari, I think things might have been a little worse, maybe? I mean, I don't know. Do not know. I mean, he's definitely going to be able to hold 2 points for quite some time with these Marauders, but Exalted Bloodthirster ain't no joke, especially when it does shit like this. I mean, look at that. It gets in, it gets out, it's clean. Nakari and this Keeper are coming for him. They're coming. Nakari ain't no joke. And here it comes. Does he catch him? Ooh, he got him. Got them both. That's going to be big damage. But you know what? The Skull Crushers and the Exalted are going to have their way too. This is just a battle. Yeah, I don't know, Nakari. Going into the full chevron Skull Crushers isn't exactly my cup of beatdown. They are taking a serious beatdown. I mean, 10 melee defense for who knows how many seconds is pretty bad. Still going, jeez. Yeah, but as good as Nakari is, an Exalted Bloodthirster still can smack him around quite easily. I mean, Nakari does what, 500 damage? Not bad. Exalted Bloodthirster, 783. Yeah, Nakari's gonna eat shit as long as that Exalted Bloodthirster's sitting, walking around on its tail. On its tail, yeah. Got more riders, Hellstriders trying to deal with these boys. The Khorne horse riders. Minotaurs duking it out with Nakari duking it out with the Bloodthirster, and it's all one counter fight after another. Even the Keeper of Secrets is getting in there. I didn't even see that. Run, bitch! Run! Yeah, the Exalted Bloodthirster need to get out of there. Rightly so. Keeper of Secrets is crumbling, and Nakari isn't too far off. I mean, as long as those... yeah. Skull Crushers are going to chase that boy down, along with that... along with those horsemen. Excuse me, sorry. Ugh, something. A big lump in my throat. Furies come to duel with the Exalted Bloodthirster, but I know how that's going to turn out. I've had Furies try to fight Rotflies and lose handedly. That's how bad Furies are. Furies are really niche, really bad units. They crumble, they have horrible leadership, shitty melee defense, not a lot of health, low model count. Really, the only saving grace is their speed, their charge, and which faction you use them with. Normally, the Slaanesh one's great, getting into the backline some units, or getting into the back of some units. Ugh, sorry. Goodbye, Nakari. Oh, man. Did Nakari dirty like that. He's up almost 2,000 value. Wow. Alright. So, yeah, here come the Furies. Watch him disappear. You'd expect him to do a little bit better, but no. Especially when you have an Exalted Bloodthirster that does AoE damage. Or splash attack, whatever you want to call it. And he's just chomping through these quick. Wow. And then they just crumble like that. That was, what, 10 seconds they lasted against the Exalted Bloodthirster? It's insane. And that's how bad they are. And typically, Slaanesh Furies are pretty insane. but they're only good against infantry, where they can cut down high model count, low HP units. And hopefully low melee defense too. Unless they're not being paid attention to, then you could just go mollywop them. And the Bringers of Beguilement versus Exalted Bloodthirster and the Great Weapon Minotaurs. Normally, the enrage mechanic would be great if you want to trap a unit, but he picked the fight with them. That poor Bloodthirster said, no, 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 no. Not today. Yeah, thinking about it, I don't know what Pigman could do. He got a hard counter, most of his value already got taken out. Skarbrand here is just picking his fight perfectly, honestly. And with the lack of armor, yeah, it's really tough. I mean, this isn't a very meta build, let's be honest. If this was a lot of metal, you know what I mean? Hell Scourges, Chaos Warriors, Chosen, this main probably wouldn't have happened at all. But then again, you wouldn't have Nakari, you wouldn't have... If this was the typical, like, let's go super wide with infantry, this build wouldn't have worked. This was a hard guess of what Pigman was bringing, and it paid off. It paid off quite well, honestly. So yeah. But not to take away from Skarbrand and doing this, but this battle was won during army building selection. This before the battlefield showed up. There's some things I think Pigman could have done. He's a top tier player, so don't let this fool you. You've seen a couple of his games already. He does pretty well. And yeah, and again with the Furies, I would say turn around and just take the Furies. They just die to a breeze. But yeah, what could he have done differently? Never engage the Bloodthirster. That's a good start. It's tough to deal with the Bloodthirster. Slaanesh. Yeah, I've taken the Bloodthirster against Slaanesh a couple times, and it's killed lords. It's done pretty good work. The problem is you don't have a lot in the army that could deal with the rest of the heavy metal besides Bloodletters. That's really it. Bloodletters and Minotaurs. But this is a long time ago. This was like a number of patches ago. A long time ago. This is probably months ago since I've tried that. If I were to do this match, well, that's not true. I got another game with them. It does pretty well against all that armor. Minotaurs with great weapons, dual axes, Bloodletters, the works, Hellforged Toast. And yeah, this was just a hard counter though to the lack of armor. Yeah, had there been more like Mirror Guard or Chaos Warriors, Hell Scourge variants, this would not have. Well, that's not. It's tough to say. Because yes, he would be able to hold on to points a little bit longer, but I think the Exalted and the Skull Crushers and the Minotaurs would just have their way with the Hell Scourges. I mean, you'd have to bring a Soul Grinders and Fiends, and was he bring a Herald or a Keeper? Keeps Nakari, maybe trades out the Keeper for a couple more Devoted to hold on to points longer. It eventually gets them into some back charges that don't favor well. Maybe try to trap the Exalted with Nakari's Phantasmagoria or whatever that spell is. I mean, or just get 4, this would be my take, get 4 Marauder Horsemen and just beat down on the Exalted Bloodthirster with them. That's it. Have them chase, kite them, have Nakari just keep them in place. When you do that, just keep throwing those javelins. Yes, you'll have Fleshhounds to deal with, but Nakari will chew through those quick, and that's how you deal with it. It's honestly probably the best way. Just hope to get him stuck somewhere. Which sucks, and it's kind of boring, but I give props to Pigman because he's fighting well. Even though he's down 3,000 value, triple capped, he kept on the points pretty well. I mean, he had a substantial value, or substantial point lead, but he's down 8 units, he's still fighting. And he's not doing bad in the situation given the hard counter. Honestly, if he was you were gonna fast forward because there's something else I want to show. real quick, because it looks like it's over, and you wouldn't be wrong in guessing that. I mean, 3 to 13, and he's kiting those dogs pretty well, and he got him. Wow, that's insane. But he brings back Nakari just to give him a shot, and I don't blame him. And Nakari only has 2,000 value, so he didn't pay for himself the first time. And he went 3,500 with Nakari, so... yeah. And Nakari just charging in, taking out chunks of HP from these dual axe marauders. Doing wonderful work there. Just chopping through. Look at that. That's so disgusting. Like, even the Exalted Bloodthirster couldn't get that kind of value that quick. 400. And it's only been less than 10 seconds. To be fair, he could get that kind of value if he was killing Nakari, but not like... well, maybe. I don't know. And to be honest, fighting things like demons, it's very deceptive with value. Because the crumbling mechanic, which I hate so much... well, I don't hate the crumbling, I just hate how much damage demons take for crumbling, which is really annoying. They honestly should take demons crumbling down to just the 100 variant, and then take 200 points of damage from it. Because the undead take, what, 20 to 50? Not even? And yet, the demons, for some reason, have to suffer. I mean, I guess a lot of the undead are cheap chaff, and the demons, though. Demons are expensive, though. And because of the crumbling, they just don't pay for themselves half the time. It's really annoying. Ugh. And most of them don't have armor, they have resistance, but that's easily augmented. And even if they don't have... that's another rant. Demons, fix Demon CA. Either give them less crumbling damage, or... yeah, give them less crumbling damage. That's really the way to fix them, honestly. Otherwise, you gotta fix the prices. And we all know how CA likes to nerf things. More than help it. And yeah, Nakari, although he's doing a lot of work, it's not gonna be enough. But he is closing in on value, but... which is kind of nuts. And that's just Nakari coming in. Jeez. This really shows the work. And I know I had to show it too. Everyone's running from him. But yeah, Nakari gets trapped. Skull Crushers coming back with the Minotaurs. Yeah, Nakari's not going anywhere. He's gonna have to eat shit. Hit with nothing but throwing axes to finish him off. And that's probably gonna do it, because then he's gonna start crumbling. Great. It is Phantasmagoria. Ah, eat shit. Beautiful Sword of Khorne. Always appreciate those. Yeah, that's gonna do it. And Sword of Khorne doesn't provide value, so we'll never know how much that was, really. Could take a guesstimate. Bloodthirster and everything here. Starting army paid for itself quite well. Yeah. To be fair, you probably resummoned the Minotaurs, though, but still. Throwing axes almost paid for themselves, and I'm pretty sure they got resummoned, too. And just all these Marauders, they didn't do anything because there was nothing to kill. Yeah, that was a pretty impressive game. Pretty interesting, too, on both player sides. If you did think so, please like the video. We're on the road to 1,000. This is going to be a good one, folks, hopefully. As the new year approach, as the new year is here. Alright, with all that said, y'all have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.